Hey guys, Juice here, back with another amazing video, and today we've got a boat's load worth of news to cover, like a giga yacht boat's worth amount of news, guys. It's absolutely insane. I'm talking from Kingswood Wonderland getting an RMC roller coaster in the near future, to Wonderland adding a whole new load of firework dates on every single Saturday in the month of July. Wonderland's attendance has spiked massively now that summer has officially begun, and the park has been very, very busy. Even on an average Tuesday or Thursday, you'll still see the same insane amount of people waiting in lines like never before compared to the start of the season. The opening of Daredeviler and why it took so long to finally get finished and when it's going to be opening. Massive changes to the way you go to the park, with the park completely scrapping the old season's pass holder system that they've had for many years and have completely replaced it with a brand new membership program, sort of like Costco, where you pay a monthly fee, although there are a few catches, which I will cover in this video as I took some time to read through the deep legal side of the stuff of the new program, because there are a few catches that you might miss. New Fire Diver show that will begin around 9 p.m., an hour before the Firework Show on firework days, as the firework shows start around 10 p.m. Now, if you do like these kind of videos that I make, then please make sure that you let me know by liking the video down below so it boosts it on the algorithms. That way more people see the video as it gets pushed out. Also, you can support me further by subscribing to the YouTube channel right now and hitting that like button. That way you guys can see more content about Kingswood Wonderland, Canadian firework pyrotechnic content, and roller coaster news videos and more. If you like that kind of style, please subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So we're going to be starting off with the fireworks, guys. Fireworks at Kingswood Wonderland have been added with brand new dates from July 1st, 4th, 11th, 18th, and the 25th of July, and August 2nd and September 6th. All the fireworks start at 10 p.m. and also on top of that, we now have the new fire divers, the same mountain divers that dive off of Wonder Mountain into the water, but now they will be juggling fire as they dive over the side. I will try my best to be there for as many fireworks shows as I can to film them for you guys. Next up is the brand new membership for Kingswood Wonderland that they have initiated. So the old program of the season's pass holders has been scrapped for this season. Let me clarify that it will be returning. You will be able in 2027 to buy a normal season's pass without a subscription to a membership. You just simply have to buy it at the start of the next season, as I believe what they're doing is, rather than reducing the price of the season's pass throughout the year, they're simply adding a membership after the first initial couple weeks or months that the park has been opened. That way they don't have to constantly renew the price. They can simply set it on a membership and people can join on in through there if they haven't already bought their season's pass at the beginning of every single season's year. Now, there's no evidence behind that, so take that with a huge grain of salt. However, there's currently no season passes being sold whatsoever, and it's only the memberships that are currently available for 2026. You are able to sign up though for 2027 seasons pass when they drop. Sign on up, that way you'll be notified when they go on sale first thing. And now here's some of the fine print that you need to know before you buy a membership. When you buy a membership, you need to buy it for a minimum of a 12-month term with 12 equal monthly payments. At the end of each minimum term, your membership will be renewed monthly, so then you can cancel it. But for the first 12 months, you will not be able to. So you're practically doing the same thing as buying a season's pass, which in my opinion is pretty stupid, because what's the whole point of buying the membership if you can't cancel it a month later? All of your pass add-ons will also be paid monthly, like food and drink that you have added on to your membership. Do note that in the fine print it does state a gold or prestige membership requires an initiation fee at select parks for the first month's payment at the time of purchase. So please be aware of that in case there's any initiation fee. It is said and stated here in the fine print. Now, I know what you're all thinking. 12 months? Why do I have to pay monthly during winter when the park is closed? Well, think of it as a spreading the cost of a full year of fun across 12 easy payments is what Kingswood Wonderland has in their fine print. However, I do understand that the mindset of a lot of people will be leaning towards, well, I don't want to pay during the winter, so a lot of people won't be purchasing these memberships, and maybe this program will be discontinued and we'll go back to the good old classic ways of having a season's pass holder, because I just find that having a season pass holder pass is a much better way of going about things. Even though it is a big upfront cost, it is actually cheaper than the membership. And finally, guys, as something else I've noticed in the fine print, it might have been there before, it might have not been there before, but just note that when you guys purchase a membership, a season's pass, to get into the park, you release your rights for severe injury and or death, as it does clearly state that. So if you go there, you are not able to sue, and you release yourselves from any and all reliability for Six Flags staff. So you are explicitly agreeing to not sue them if you own a season's pass, pass holder's pass, or membership. So I just thought it was important to inform you guys of that. Now moving on to the next thing. Daredeviler's paint job has been completely finished. I do not have any current footage of it though. However, guys, it should be open sometime shortly the next week after July 1st. They're just working on Daredeviler right now, removing certain parts of the supports because the clearance envelope has been made bigger due to the new trains that were added onto the ride. So they're just doing some extra work cutting out certain parts of the supports. That way the envelope can pass on through safely. As for Sledgehammer, the hydraulic systems are basically completed. The maintenance team is just working on the clock 24/7, trying to get it up and running as soon as possible. I estimate the same time just like Daredeviler, and it will most likely open 1 to 2 weeks after July 1st. Now once again guys, these are just rough estimate times, so please take that with a grain of salt. I don't have anything to currently back that up other than the evidence and the historical evidence of the projects being completed at Kingswood Wonderland in the past, and how fast things developed in their construction before things started to open on up. And guys, now for the most exciting part, the potential for an RMC Rocky Mountain Construction roller coaster coming in 2027 to 2028, most likely 2028 when it's going to be completed. However, we might see construction beginning in the off-season of 2026 all the way throughout the season of 2027 into 2028 before any RMC roller coaster finally opens on up, if that's what they're actually going to build. But not only that, we might have an RMC roller coaster that is like the version of Still Vengeance 2.0, where we have literally something so big, so intense, that it competes with Still Vengeance. Because if they're going to go world record breaking, what else is going to be better than Still Vengeance currently out there on the market for RMC roller coasters? I do truly believe that if they build this ride, it is going to be one of the best rides in the world, and we will have it at our world-class official park at that point, Canada's Wonderland, in my home park, which is going to be absolutely amazing, and I'm going to ride it many times. Now, as a part of all of this, guys, the reason why I'm talking about it is because Rocky Mountain Construction, or RMC, the company, has actually announced an international iBox coaster that they're going to be building somewhere, either most likely in Canada or in a park in Germany, I forget the name of. However, there's these two places that it's most likely to happen in, and if they announced it, that means that sometime in 2026, most likely in the off-season, they're going to begin preparations or building the track for an RMC roller coaster in the coming years. And I'm not sure where it's going to be, but I'm pretty dang confident that we saw the poll. Kingswood Wonderland wants a big ride. We need a big ride. The giant Kingswood area that's absolutely massive is getting completely destroyed and renovated, and there's little tiny things going on there with them moving the storage stuff out of there and into a different location. I'm pretty confident that that's where it's going to be built. It's going to be built on that giant footprint, and we're going to have a world record breaking RMC roller coaster, most likely by 2028, if not sooner. With that all said, everybody, that is the news currently coming up for the month of July. Thank you all for tuning on in. Make sure to subscribe if you are brand new here for more content about roller coasters, fireworks, pyrotechnics, gaming, and more on both of my YouTube channels, GSIP and GSIP Studios. As always, Jesus Christ loves you, and I'm going to see you all in the next one. Peace out.